All right, y'all. We're gonna have to buckle up because today's gonna be a hard one. So the purpose of today's video is I'm going to be reviewing a post that I made in 2019 about losing my best friend. You may say, like, losing your best friend? Like, what do you mean by that? As you can clearly tell, this video is about losing a pet, an animal. His name was Sanchez Wilkerson. And yeah, this is basically me telling his story and my story about that time period when I lost him. I made this post in 2019, but the actual time that I lost him was more around like 2018, I believe, 2017. And that's the thing about trauma, y'all. Like, it messes with your brain. It messes with your brain. And sometimes I feel like it's hard for me to remember certain things in my past. But like, yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure it was around 2017. And yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like I said, his name was Sanchez Wilkerson. And I consider him to be one of my best friends. I'm the kind of person that thinks like animals are better than a lot of people on this earth, and that's honestly how I feel. Like, I feel like this dog, he showed me so much love and undenying attention that I haven't felt from anybody else. Like, it's not comparable because it's just not the same thing. I feel like it's important to put your story and your hardships out there so that way it can help somebody else. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, plus it's also kind of therapeutic because it's like you're not keeping things like all to yourself on your chest, keeping your cards to yourself, like you're letting it be out there in the open. But like, yeah, that's all I'm trying to do, man. I'm just trying to vent a little bit and give my experience to the world, so hopefully it can help somebody else out, or maybe somebody else can feel like they relate. So yeah, so basically, to give everybody a little backdrop into what the situation was and what happened, I was around 17 years old. I had a girlfriend at the time, and she gave me a dog, and this dog was Sanchez. Basically, the things that ended up happening and transpiring, I ended up in a bad financial situation, ended up not having a place to live, and yeah, I basically couldn't afford to bring my dog with me. And I don't know, if I had to be completely honest about the situation, like I definitely like fucked up a lot. I was young, and I was depressed, going through a lot, and I just wasn't sure about a lot of shit, and I made a lot of bad decisions that ended up having me like with no place to live and basically having to abandon my friend. And that's what happened. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna always live with that. Like, that's always a burden that I'm gonna carry with me, intentionally or unintentionally. I really don't know, but I just know, like, I think about him often, and like I won't be able to just forgive myself. So like, I feel like making this video is a little bit of like giving back to like him, even though like I could never pay back the friendship that he showed me. I just want to be able to tell his story, and eventually I want to be able to help other animals in need. Like, I want to start like volunteering and stuff. Like, those are going to be part of my vlogs that I post. Life is a motherfucker. Like, you'll go through a lot of situations that are out of your control, and you just can't do anything about it. You literally can't do anything about it but try to push through that situation. And I'm literally still like here to this day, and like I'm so much better off now than I was back then, but I still regret a lot of decisions that I made. For one, the people I was around, and just the mindset I allowed myself to be in. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I allowed myself to brew in like this darkness, and like it took a lot to come out of that and overcome that. But in the midst of all that, I ended up losing my best friend, and like that shit's rough, man. It's hard, like, when somebody's there for you and like they got your back like 24/7, because that's exactly what a dog is. Like, dogs are like the best animal to a man in this world. Like, that's literally like the saying or whatever. It's so true. Like, it's so true. Like, I've never met a single human that's like that gives you that love like of a dog, which I guess they're not supposed to. But I don't know. But yeah, but like I said, that's basically what the situation was. I'm gonna get into breaking down this Facebook post and just going through it. Definitely, if you feel like you can relate to any of this, please like, share, and comment, because this is the kind of content I drop. Like, I want to drop like meaningful content, and I have a lot of passion with everything I do. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, so this is the Facebook post that I made, and I'm just gonna I'm probably not gonna read all of it. I might read all of it, but I'm just gonna try to read the main points of it. His name is Sanchez Wilkerson. He was my dog and best friend, the only living thing outside my family I could depend on. He'd lick my tears every single night I would break down, and sleep under me until he saw I was better. Around this time I had Sanchez. I also had no lights and barely any food. Around this time I was 18 and had dropped out of high school 6 months earlier. Some nights I would starve in the dark by myself. I dig through McDonald's trash cans when I couldn't buy him food. Then I would go through people's houses and belongings so I could buy food for myself. Sold a stolen car. Yeah, I wasn't the perfect human being. I did what I had to survive. Him and I would sit in my pitch black apartment eating the little food we had. Even still, he had so much energy and he was full of life. His wagging tail and smile kept me from burning myself and suicidal thoughts. By the world's standards, I was a black man who could get a job and had no excuse to be in the situation I found myself in. I had many on and off jobs, barely getting by. My mind altered and affected by a toxic relationship I was in. My depression made it hard to get out of bed sometimes or even function as a normal person. It's like I was expected to go from boy to man overnight. From ages 17 to 19, these were the problems and demons I faced. Just to chime in a little bit about that little section, like, it's exactly how it sounds. Like I said, like, I robbed people, like, not like gunpoint, but like I would like sneak through niggas' houses, fucking find whatever I could. I was digging through trash. Like, I was a grimy nigga. Like, I, by all standards, grew up and was infected by my environment and the things I had to do. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's not me to my core, but under the right circumstances, like, yeah, a motherfucker will change and a motherfucker will do things outside of their character. And like, yeah, like I said, like, I sold a stolen car. Like, it was crazy back then, man. Like, I feel like I was literally fighting every day to survive. Like, man, I really don't know how to explain it other than that, for real. At the end of the day, my partner of 4 years left me because she couldn't handle the things going on in my life. I was homeless, and worst of all, I had nowhere to bring Sanchez with me. You had to pay to give your dog away, so I kind of had no options. I fear the worst for my beloved friend. And yeah, so basically, I had got kicked out of my apartment, and I literally couldn't afford to take him to the pound, and like, I didn't have a car. Like, I had no means of taking this dog like anywhere. Like, basically I ended up living with my cousin. My cousin had other family members of mine, and like, basically it's like 6 people like living in a 2-bedroom. Like, we were looking like a Hispanic family, like, in Mexico, like, real shit. Like, that's really shit I went through. And basically being in a 2-bedroom with 6 people, like, there's no room for a dog, and like, I was asked out, man. Like, fucking, like, and like I said, I fear the worst for him. To the day I rest, I will blame myself for what happened to him, and I'll never forget him because he never left my side, even when my loved ones did, on my darkest hour. After all the struggle, I find myself 20 going to 21 years old, stable, my own place, a stable job, and a stable trying to be healthy mindset. That's his state, but whatever. I now do martial arts and write music. These are my passions. I work harder and harder every day for Sanchez and the people I love. I'm creating a better future for myself, and I'll never look back to my dark past. Today, when the tears come, I think of Sanchez. He makes me remember he's not there to lick my tears away, so I have no time to feel sorry for myself. My life is okay now, but that doesn't mean the fight is over. People think it's good to be numb to the pain, but the pain teaches us what we're made of. And I'm a rock when it comes to this shit. No matter the pain, I'll keep going for Regina Wilkerson, my mother, and Sanchez. My dead ones shall live through me. Rest in peace and give me strength. If anyone is reading this, face your darkness head on. Don't let it consume you. Sometimes you gotta make the light at the end of the tunnel. Peace and love, people. That's the post I made in 2019 about my dog that I had lost. And to anyone that has ever went through a similar situation, you can make it through it. Like, just know you can make it through it. Like, I went through the worst things, like, literally, not figuratively and physically. I lived in darkness, like, literally pitch black darkness. And like, I can't tell you how I made it through it, but I definitely did. And like, I know you can too, because like, I'm not anybody special. Like, as I described in some of that post, like, I was a shithead, man. Like, a shithead going down the wrong path, and like, I've somehow like turned it around like a whole 360. And like, sometimes I'm amazed with myself, and like, that's why like I have built confidence through experience, and that's what it is. Like, you feel me? Like, it's not being cocky or anything like that. Like, it's just, I know what I've been through and the experiences and the things I've seen, and like, I'm still here. And like, honestly, God, that makes me so confident. And like, I want other people to be able to feel that confidence too. So just know, like, if you're going through the darkness, I'm here for you. And like, this is a part of the reason why I made this YouTube channel. My rap name is Monty LS. The LS stands for Lost Soul, because that's what I am. Like, I feel like I'm a lost soul, and this channel is for lost souls. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, so we can all come together, share ideals, viewpoints at how we look at this world, and just experience it together and help each other out. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But I don't know. I appreciate everybody for watching this video. I was not trying to make it too long, but yeah, like, you feel what I'm saying? That's the basis of everything. But I hope everyone has a good one. Like I said, you can make it through it. And until I see y'all in the next one.
Yeah. I flip the switch, I'm the little Diablo bitch. She showed me titties like Mardi Gras. All my emotion, I gave it all.